Hey guys, what's going on? So, yeah, this is another post commentary, much to my surprise, because I just did an entire what I thought was live commentary, but, I don't need to get into that, but here we go. We're gonna jump in Simcast, I think 2 games, and then we play the next one after that against the Cavaliers. But, this team is surprisingly better than what I thought it would be, especially by 2K standards. See, we blow out Boston by 22. Paul George had a triple-double. Jordan Hill had a massive double-double. Monte had a good game and everything, scoring-wise. But this team, honestly, is so good. I thought it would be a little bit of a different type of rebuild, but obviously it's not. Another game here, 1, and massive numbers there. As we think we beat them by 34, maybe, if my math is correct. But yeah, we started out 6-0, and then we're gonna play against the Cavaliers right here, which I'm gonna talk about. It was a pretty interesting game, especially towards the end, because I started to just make mistakes as a user over and over. But I'm going to get this as the first, second, third quarter. It was a close game through the first, second, and then the third. We just kind of, we just stepped it up. As you can see, we're going to jump in here into the fourth quarter, already leading by 15. You would think that this would be an automatic win scenario. We may even pull away with it, maybe beat them by 20. But no, like I said towards the end, I made a bunch of mistakes as a user, but we will leave that for another time for that until we get there. But yeah, I mean, that last video, they got a lot more views than I thought. But I mean, a lot. I mean, I thought it might have got between 0 and 2. I think it has like 10, which is a lot for me. I was pretty happy with that. By the way, thank you. So I have a question for the couple of you that do watch these videos. Do you want me to do a post commentary such as me commentating LeBron drive to the right, passes out of a shot, kicks it to Kevin Love in the corner, gets it to go? Or do you want me to commentate it in a way that I just talk kind of as if I was talking to my best friend like I am right now? By that I mean just talking casually. Like as I was commentating over this game originally, when I thought it was gonna be a live commentary, I was just talking about stuff like my game plan and this, that, and the other. You know, just kind of like reaction to it. Like at this point, I was like, "Oh no, it's given to LeBron. Oh wait, he missed it. I'm surprised." That was my initial reaction. That was supposed to be in it. Just let me know which one you'd rather more. But I don't really want to start commentating with 9 minutes left to go in this. Not professional-wise, I guess you could say. But I guess we're going to have to start that. Might as well. Just anyway, before we start that, it is, for some reason, Paul George, I'm not very good at using him. I don't know why. Like, when I'm not using him, the guy scores 30 to 35 points a night. But when I'm using him, obviously I don't use him for that long, and I don't get as many opportunities to, like right there, anyways, one of those stupid passes I was talking about. But I don't get that many opportunities, I don't get that many times to go out on a break with him as, because I'm not playing the first 3 quarters. But I don't score that many points with Paul George. You'd think, you know, he'd be the easiest person to go to, which he's not for me for some reason. I don't know who is yet. But one thing I also want to talk about is I want to change the playbook for this team as C.J. Miles gets massively rejected there by J.R. Smith. I remember feeling quite questionable about that one. I don't know how he sent it into like the second row with the back of his hand. But anyway. But at this point I'm thinking, you know, I'm talking about how I'm thinking about changing the playbook, you know, because I don't want my 4-man, also known as the power forward position, out on my 3-point line. You know, Cleveland does it with Kevin Love, but I don't want to do it with Jan Mahimi, Jordan Hill, Lavoy Allen, etc. We're just not the team, not that kind of team. If anything, I want to be kind of how the Chicago Bulls used to do it in the 90s with the triangle system, keeping their guys down low, kind of clogging up the lanes. Like how the New York Knicks used to in the mid-90s when they went to the Eastern Conference Finals and the NBA Finals, both losing to, obviously, losing the NBA Finals to Houston and the Eastern Conference Finals to Shaq and the Orlando Magic. But anyway, yeah, that's what I was thinking about doing. Hopefully that'll change it up because I don't like how in 2K every single team has the same playbook where they keep the four, like I said, the power forward or the center position at sometimes out on the perimeter. I don't like it. I mean, I'm just not a huge fan of it. Because it's kind of like I said, as I said in the last video, I'm not a huge fan of European style basketball, big men shooting threes. Like right there, normally that's Kevin Love's job to shoot threes, but it's kind of reversed since he's playing the 5 right now. Also, the center position right now with Tristan Thompson there at the 4. And when they go to small ball, it still keeps the 4 guy, the power forward, going to the 3-point instead of Kevin Love himself. But anyway, you can't really fix every single thing. You can't be 100% realistic. I'm not mad at that. But at this point, we're leaving by 18. Here with 6 minutes and 47 seconds left to go with Jordan Hill at the line. I remember going to the line. I was really nervous about these free throws because obviously screen shaking in Cleveland. But I don't know Jordan Hill's free throw timing. I don't know anybody's timing. And another thing I got to work on, I think, depending on how many episodes this runs, obviously, after a couple of episodes, I feel like I can have the teams, all the teams shooting motions and timing down pat. And I won't be missing wide open shots. I think earlier in the game, I missed a wide open, or later, I don't remember exactly when, but I missed a wide open 3-pointer with Paul George, not right there with CJ Miles. That's a pretty good release. But with Paul George, because I released it, I would personally say way too early, but it was slightly early in the game's eyes. But anyway, I think about in a couple of episodes, I'll be able to know everybody's release. As you can see here, we're up by 18. I might just raise the difficulty, is what I'm thinking at this point while playing this game. But things began to turn with about 3 minutes left to go in the game. They make it really close, actually. They're not really close. They make it within double digits, I do believe, at one point. But me pretty much saying all this is saying that we're going to win. If we do, spoiler, we win the game. That's why I'm in kind of a good mood right now. But LeBron just hitting everything, trying to will his team back in. And even if they do lose, he doesn't want to lose by 17. And the reason you're seeing some kind of sloppy basketball right here is because I'm still trying to figure out how am I going to use these different pieces. I don't know what to do with Monte. Like, in my opinion, he's a slasher, but he's not moving a whole lot without the ball, as you see CJ Miles goes up. But he doesn't move a whole lot without the ball and this, that, and the other. And I just don't know how to use him yet. I will eventually figure that out with due time. But yeah, as you can see, we get kind of what from what we saw, not stats wise, but from what we saw, the MVP of the last game, Lavoy Allen, doing his thing out there, getting subbed into the game. But see right here, Lavoy Allen stops at the perimeter, leaving Jordan Hill by himself against Timothy Mozgov. Which, I mean, I'm not mad at that, but I don't want Lavoy Allen at the 3-point line. As is kind of a miracle they made this because I had a bad release, and that was just more or less what some people would call an ill-advised shot. But Lavoy might be one of those guys we do a lot of pick and pop with when he comes to the games. But we are, as this game's going on, we're only 6 games into the season, but after this game, we will have completed 7 as Kyrie hits a nice looking 3 in my face. Right there, as I was kind of sagging it off with George Hill. For some reason, I don't necessarily know why, now that I'm looking back and watching this. Yeah. So this game, it was fun to play. I was very nervous the entire time, thinking Cleveland's gonna come back and win this, and I'm gonna post this, and I'm gonna look like an idiot now. I was actually did pretty good. I was surprised because normally I hate playing against Cleveland, but This is also on Superstar, which you should have seen in the first episode, as I was changing my league settings. But yeah, I do like it on Superstar. I feel like it's more realistic, more layups go in, more open shots go in, just more post play goes in. You know, just more of everything that I feel like should be in the game. Hall of Fame eliminates half the open shots made, and it eliminates pretty much all defense for your team, in my opinion, and it also eliminates pretty much well, any kind of made shot, really and truly, on the offensive end. But yeah, since this is a 12-point game with 3 minutes left to go, as I said, this is when it starts to get kind of fun to watch. If you were a Cavaliers fan, this is when you start to gain a little bit of hope, as you wouldn't realize. But then it starts to go back downhill. And here we go. On the break here, George Hill with it on the kind of backing LeBron down to the block. Nice pass out to a wide open Lavoy Allen, but they do not want Lavoy out there at the 3-point line. Trying to get used to a new style of playbook, and I guess trying to evolve. But anyway, George Hill bringing it up the floor as trying to make a move on J.R. Smith. Will do, but gets it down to Jordan Hill, who gets him after Mozgov up in the air, and then passes it to the cutting Lavoy on the backside. He gets Timothy up in the air as well and draws a foul, so Timothy Mozgov is out of the game. Lavoy Allen will make the first free throw. Let's see what he does here. And the second one, he will make that one as well. Goes 2 for 2 from the line. Got a little bit of a cut forward here to LeBron with it at top. He drives right past Paul George. Passes out of a shot to Tristan Thompson. Open in the corner. Passes it to Kyrie Irving. Getting a little shifty. Back down to Thompson. Cuts to the elbow. Gets it over to K-Love in the corner. Back swinging it around here. Nice ball movement as Kyrie doesn't settle with the back floater. Instead gets to Tristan Thompson, who doesn't matter anyway, as Lavoy Allen blocks it from behind. That shot gets blocked all the way back to the second row there. As just good defensive play there from Lavoy Allen, good presence. And with a buzzer beater, a shot clock buzzer beater more or less there from LeBron, as he gives his team 2 points to bring this lead back down to 10 here with a little under 2 minutes left to play. George Hill trying to make a move on Kyrie Irving, as he is 30 up to this point. He tries to force it down to Jordan Hill. Too far out, tried to lob it into him instead with the bounce pass. Ball gets picked off by the aware LeBron to J.R. Smith, who misses the layup. And then K-Love gets the rebound, gets stripped. Jordan Hill with the outlet up to Paul George. He's going to slow it down. They're going to try to set up an offense, it looks like here. Jordan Hill on the post on Tristan Thompson. Takes it to him, puts it up, misses it. Thompson with the rebound. Kicks it to LeBron. He's going to take it straight up the floor. He gets it to Kyrie. No-look pass, and no-look pass to an Indiana defender by the name of Paul George. Wrong jersey, Kyrie is. He gets it to Monte, and a give and go with Monte Ellis. Paul George with it. Passes it down to Lavoy Allen on the elbow. As he's going to pass it out to George, top of the key. Had nowhere to go with that pump fake. As he pump fakes, tries to get down to Jordan Hill. That gets picked off again, this time by Tristan Thompson, as he gets it to Kyrie Irving, who passes half court with it to J.R. Smith. Pump fake is contested. Good pump fake there from JR, and then the pull up from Kyrie from the top of the key, and he'll get it to go. This is an 8-point game here, closest it's been since the first half. Monte with it, coming up the floor, gets about the free throw line, passes to Jordan Hill, back to Monte. He's going to drive, contact, and so close to being an and one there, but he's going to go to the line for 2 anyway. Very important that they cut off Cleveland's momentum that they have here working for them, as this is now a 9-point game. Misses it as rebound for Timothy up to J.R. Smith. To Kyrie Irving, and one. A contact and bucket and the foul. Kyrie will convert on the and one, looks like. Down by 6 here, Cleveland, but Indiana, as you know, when you try to go to a full court press against them, they just abuse it and pretty much shatter your hopes more or less to coming back in this one. 8-point game here. Kyrie with it. He's trying to make something happen. Down to LeBron on the post, guard by LeBoy Allen. Good defense from Allen, and it's a miss from the King, as that'll seal the deal if it hadn't have been sealed already. Monte with the ball. He's pretty much going to dribble out the clock. And This game is Lavoie will take it to the hole and it'll be stripped by Anderson Varejao, but then picks it up as he's going out of bounds instead of letting it go and being it out on Indiana. Yeah, but 8-point game here with 10 seconds left. This one is pretty much over already. Monte will try to do with the clock here. He's going to try to force it down low. It's a turnover, but it's not going to matter as LeBron throws up a full court heave. Wouldn't have mattered if it would have went in, but it doesn't. 8-point win here for Indiana in Cleveland. Kind of a shocking, I guess, upset you could say, as Indiana nobody really thought they could compete at the very top of the East, but they just showed us that they can beat the #1 team in the East last year, and what many thought would be the #1 team in the East this year, but so far it's Indiana. So here we are at the post-game show.
Welcome back,
but anyway, now that we can get out of that type of ordeal, get out of the commentating type of deal. Here we are, the Jordan of the game. I mean, obviously it's gonna be PG. He had a great game without me using him. As like I said, I'm trying to figure out how to use him. But sorry for like the pauses and stuff during this commentary. I don't know why I've been taking, I guess, too deep of breaths, and it makes the back of my throat itchy. It makes me want to cough. So that's why I had to pause. Sometimes you hear that noise or anything else, or me cough maybe even at one point. Sorry about that. I didn't think to cut that out. But yeah, this is me pretty much showing how I graded the stats. Paul George had a great game. Pretty much, I think he might be playing a little bit too many minutes though. The top 3 guys did amazing. Lavoie, I'm going to let him get away with that 40% shooting because a lot of those missed shots were on me. Yeah, a lot of those shots were because of me. Jordan Hill, I let him get away with it because he got me 8 rebounds. He had a 3 for 7 shooting, which isn't bad for a big guy. Some of his shots were by me, though. Rodney Stuckey, not very happy with his 3 for 8 shooting performance, but what can you do? Yamahimi had a great game. CJ Miles, not really happy. He played 21 minutes and only get 2 points, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists. Going for 4 shooting, not very good. But that'll pretty much do it for this episode of the Pacers My League. Hope you guys enjoy and have a good one.